Hi, this is Dan Root with QT Equipment. Today we're going to take a look at our bread and butter units that we build quite frequently around this place. The Ford F550 4x4 diesel with the IMT 11-foot Dom1 body, the Boss BA440 compressor, and the IMT 7500 radio remote crane. Let's dig in. On the front of the body here, we've got additional work lights on both sides so that you can illuminate your work area, make sure you're not stepping into a hole or anything like that. For the compressor, we've got the Boss BA440 compressor. This is a hydraulic piston compressor, a very popular compressor. We sell quite a few of these. This is not a 100% duty cycle compressor like a rotary screw. So a rotary screw is meant to be run all the time, run hard. In fact, you'll have problems with a screw if you don't run it hard enough. With these BA440s, they're meant to cycle up and down. So if you are in a traditional field service situation, you need some air, but you're not using air for 15-20 minutes at a time, these Boss BA440s are an economical, reliable solution for field service. Inside this front cabinet, we've got an IMT toolbox. So again, this is a pretty popular toolbox that we run. We do American Eagle toolboxes and IMT toolboxes. Typically, you can choose whatever you want, but this is our most popular toolbox here. This is 41 inches high. This bottom drawer is a 7-inch drawer, and then you've got two 5-inch drawers and then 5 3-inch drawers. These all come with dividers and mats for the bottom. So we're back at the Lv2 compartment, and just to give you a primer on how these compartments are named, this is the left side, the driver's side, and this would be the first vertical compartment, so LV1, LV2, LH, and the one on the back is the LR, the left rear compartment. So looking at LV2 here, right now we've just got 2 shelves in there. You can put 2 or 3 shelves in, depending on the height of the items that you're trying to store in here. We also have some bolt bin and toolbox options that you can put in this compartment here. Left horizontal compartment, again, all these compartments are coated with the IMT compartment coating. So this is a very durable surface. They used to paint the inside of these compartments, and probably 8 years ago, they switched over to using this compartment coating from the factory. When we were using the paint, it just got dinged up and scratched up with tools and parts rattling around over time. This compartment coating has been much more durable for us. We've got 1 shelf in this compartment here, but again, just like all these compartments, there's a variety of toolbox options. IMT makes a few horizontal toolboxes that'll go the width of this compartment with either 5-inch drawers or 3-inch drawers, depending on what you need. Left rear compartment, we've got 2 shelves in here. You can throw some more shelves or, again, bolt bins, toolboxes. This outrigger, technically called a stabilizer, but more commonly known as an outrigger. On the non-crane side, this is a hydraulic outrigger, and it's just going to go down. The crane side is going to go out and down hydraulically, but this side just goes down. We've got work lights, and then in the bumper here, this is a through compartment. So anything that you've got that's long, pry bars or things like that, can get stuffed into the inside of the workbench bumper. On the rear of the truck, we've got this nice big workbench bumper here. This is 25 inches deep, so you got plenty of work area. We typically spray this with bed liner. We've also done this with a stainless steel overlay, which is pretty nice. And we can also paint it if you'd do a lot of torching or welding back here, and that liner's just not going to work for that application. We paint and bed line in-house, so you tell us what you want, we make it happen. This is a product from IXS that is a sister company to Line-X. We've been spraying for several months now. Very, very happy with it. And all the paint comes from Sherwin-Williams. This tailgate is a one-hand latching tailgate, so easy to go up and down without having to go each side and unlatch. We've got the 8-inch Wilton American-made vise. This is the absolute best vise that we've used. We use a lot of these, and this is the Ford factory backup camera. You've got your receiver hitch incorporated into the body back here, so if you need to tow, you can. Not a lot of guys do, but you have that ability. And it comes standard with a 7-way flat trailer plug. If you want a 7-pin or something different, just let us know. We're happy to install that. Back here on the back, we've got, IMT makes it easy for you to get in and out of your load space with this flip down step. And this grab handle for 3-point access into your load space safely. Back in the crane compartment, again, this stabilizer or outrigger, since it's on the crane side, this is going to come out and down, and the outrigger stabilizer controls are right here. You'll see rear stab out, rear stabilizer out. And those are fully hydraulic. This is the Reelcraft hose reel. This is 50 foot of hose and 1/2 inch. And you'll notice here that this is a crimped air line. So all the air lines, when we run from the compressor to the air tanks to the regulator and up to the air reel here, these are all crimped. We don't use those hose clamps because those can come off. So just one of the things we do in install here to make sure that your truck is going to last a long time. This is a IMT 7500 crane. On a Dom 1 body, you've got a couple of options on cranes. You can go smaller. You can go with an electric crane or a 2020 crane. This is the most popular. This is a 7,500 pound crane. It's going to pick up 7,500 pounds pretty close to the truck. And you can see the load chart out there. So when you get further out at full extension at 15 degrees, you're going to be able to lift 2,260 pounds. The other options for this Dom 1 body is an 8,600 pound crane. Gives you a little bit more lift with 22 feet of reach. And then we can also go with a 7,500 30-foot crane. So similar capacity up close, and it's going to give you 30 feet of reach. That is going to be pretty long on this truck, so just be aware if you're ordering that, that is going to push the front of that crane well out in front of the cab. IMT cranes are standard with radio remote controls. You got a couple of options here too. This is our standard option. These are the toggle switches. So the way this works is this trigger here is going to run the proportional valve inside your valve bank. So if you hit extend out, let's say, the harder you pull that trigger, the faster that function is going to move. The other option that we've got is a joysticks. So this trigger is more of a dead man switch, just to make sure that a live human is operating the crane. So you'd pull that switch, and then you'd be able to run 2 functions simultaneously with the joysticks. But this seems to be the more popular option amongst field service techs. This is going to be the right side. This is going to be the RH compartment over the wheels. We've got one shelf in there against toolboxes or options. This is going to be Lv2, and this is a taller compartment. So this is 60 inches high. The other compartments on the other side are going to be 44 inches high. So you get some additional storage space here. And then this is typically where guys are putting their bottles. So we've got a divider here, a couple of shelves, and then brackets and hooks for your oxygen acetylene bottles. This compartment is also vented. And then the last thing I'll mention inside these compartments is that everything's got LED lighting. So you can control the lighting either in the back crane compartment, or there's a module up near the driver's door that you can turn all the LED compartment lights on. On the front of the body, we've got a headache rack with a beacon light that's controlled from one of the upfitter switches inside the cab, and 2 more work lights. We've got a work light over here to illuminate your work area. And then standard on all the cranes that we bring in, it's an option, but we don't meet anybody that doesn't want it, is there's 2 LED boom tip lights. And those are really nice for not only if you're working in the dark, being able to shine a light down and illuminate what you're trying to pick up, but you can also use it as kind of a light tower. So no matter where you're working, if you're up on an excavator, you can boom out on top of the compartment that you're working in and be able to shine some lights in. That's a quick view of the F550 standard cab diesel 4x4 service truck with the IMT Dominator one body and crane. We try to keep these in stock. This is a very popular unit for us. We also keep the equipment and chassis in stock so that if you're looking at this and you're like, man, I'd like to have different lights, different toolboxes, I do something different with a liner scheme, I'd like to put an end pack or a different compressor on it, those are things that we can make happen here pretty quickly. So if you want to see what we're building on a day-to-day basis, find out what we are about, you can see us on Instagram at QT Equipment, Facebook QT Equipment, or our website qtequipment.com. Work dirty, be happy. Until next time. All these air lines are crimped. We don't use the air, shoot, I lost my hose clamp. All right.